What up, gang? Carolina Jackpot coming at you on Saturday morning. It's early, coming to you live from the Nissan Frontier studio. Now, not the couch where I normally do my picks and prediction videos and my Rob, Comrade, and Kale Show podcast, but nonetheless, this will have to do. Big day of college football. Some big games on there. One big game, Oklahoma, Texas, which is normally a big game. Still a big game. Ain't not big time teams, I guess you'd say, right? Well, you'll have that. This is 2020. Things are strange. I was noticing yesterday, I think it was yesterday, that I got a Facebook memory. You know, one of those memories you get on Facebook. And it was 3 years ago. It was 3 years ago Friday, where the Clemson Taters lost that Friday night game to Syracuse. You remember that? I remember it. They lost 27-24, and the whole world made fun of them. Yeah, I got to think back at that and think, wow, you know what? They're really the ones who are shining coming out of that, because you know how many regular season games that they've lost since that time? Do you need two hands to count them up? No, you don't. You don't even need one finger, because they've lost zero, none. They haven't lost any at all, and that's quite an accomplishment. And I'm not being disparaging here. I know I get on here and I talk a lot of shit about the Clemson, but that's really good. Yes, your schedule has been a steaming pile of turd, and yeah, quite frankly, the 3 years there that you played my Gamecocks during that time, they were a steaming pile of turd as well. So we did nothing to add to that. You frankly, you had no really impressive regular season wins. You just didn't. I'm trying to think during that time who, you know, NC State one time was ranked, I think, when you beat them. God, I can't even think of anybody else that was. You know, you held on and beat North Carolina last year. I guess that was pretty good, right? They had a decent team. You went on the road at Virginia Tech in one of those, I think. That was decent. I think they were ranked at the time. Maybe Louisville was ranked once there. Anyway, not a whole lot. You had some impressive ACC championship game wins, right? And you won a natty since that time. So the Taters are rolling, man. They are rolling. Except for this year. I mean, to me, this year, like I said, 2020 is a little bit different, and I may be speaking prematurely, but you just have not looked the same to me. You just have not looked the same to me, and I think that the absence of T. Higgins and Justin Ross is playing a lot into that. I really do. Now, the T. Higgins thing, you know, that could be, he was going to the NFL anyway, regardless. The Justin Ross thing, his neck injury, it's neck injury, isn't it? Or is it a knee injury? I think it's neck injury. That's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. He'll be back, I believe. I think he'll be back. Unless he, decides to forego that. He could still eligible for the NFL next year. Who knows? But you don't look the same to me. You ain't been covering spreads. So tonight, I just don't know what to expect. I really do not. Now, Miami, I want to speak to you for a minute. And I want you to listen to me. 3 years ago, and some change, it was back in the summer of 2017, Carolina Jackpot did a video about Miami, and I said a lot of disparaging things about your program. I made fun of y'all a lot. Yeah, incidentally, went on to have a pretty good season after that. So maybe, you needed to be fired up by me a little bit. So, you're welcome. But seriously, I made a lot of the fan bases mad. They got upset, gave me a lot of thumbs down on my video that I did. And I want to tell you I apologize. The video is still out there somewhere. I believe I ever deleted that one. I like to get on me because I delete videos sometimes. I don't. He deletes his videos, so you better watch them quick. Well, the reason is sometimes you get into the liquid a little bit too much and say things that you regret. And it's my channel. I can do what I want to with it. hadn't done any of that yet. But that one's still out there. But I tried to search and find it, but I could not find that video anywhere. I punched in Carolina jackpot in Miami and scroll back. I could go back on my laptop and fire that thing up. I mean, I got to dig it out from under like 2 or 3 comforters and like a cat bed if I can find it. But I can fire up my laptop and I can find that video quickly. Post a link to it, but on my mobile device, it's harder to find things like that. But anyway, it's from back in 2017. I don't even remember the title of it. Anyway, I apologize if I offended any of you. I sincerely mean that. I do. I can understand being a proud fan base, having a proud tradition. You've certainly done much more in the college football world than my Gamecocks have ever done. Winning national titles, having long strings with teams just chock full of NFL talent, right? We had a few year run there where we were really, really good, but other than that, I mean, it's been hit or miss. A lot of mediocre seasons, a lot of bad seasons, a few good seasons, a few good bowl wins, but not a whole lot to bring to the table. I want to speak to you tonight. You Canes fans, make sure you're out. I mean, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be a nasty night everywhere, probably. Doesn't matter. Get out with your friends. Get in your garages. Get in your man caves. Get on the damn beach, under a tent, wherever the hell you people go to watch football. Y'all be behind them boys. Be behind them 110,000% behind them Canes, because they need to make this 3-year anniversary of losing to Syracuse. They need to make it very memorable for Clemson tonight. Take them down at home. Take them down a peg. Make this beginning of the end. Beginning of the end, baby. That's what the battle cry for tonight needs to be. The beginning of the end for them. Beginning of something special for you people. You got the talent to do it. You do. You have the talent. Just looking at your games, though, you beat UAB. I mean, you were expected to. You should have. I don't know why that was, so hotly debated. People took UAB to cover the number there. I knew you should have waxed them worse than that. Beat Louisville on the road. Gave up a ton of yards, though. Gained a ton of yards. Louisville proved themselves out last night to be a big flaming cow patty. I mean, they really did. They fell apart in the fourth quarter. They're just, I don't know what's up with them. That running back they got, that Hawkins guy, man, that kid can hit the damn hole, son. I'm telling you what. He's got a damn burst. He has problems holding on to the football, too. He does. He does. And they get a lot of penalties. That's what kills them. That's what kills them. And that defense, good Lord. And I think the Gamecocks are bad, but man, I think they might be a shade worse. But anyway, they're not that great. So that win's not looking that impressive right now. And in Florida State, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, they had no head coach, a brand new head coach, but they had no head coach for that one. Yeah, and then on top of that, they're not any good. They had to come from behind against Jacksonville. They had to come from behind against Jacksonville State. So, yeah. Your wins are not, they're not that impressive. You may be a tad overrated, a tad overvalued, but you still got the talent. Still got a good team. Okay, and I think tonight you go in there. Don't wait. Don't be reactionary. You win. If you win the damn toss, take that ball. Take the ball. Punch them in the mouth. Punch them in the mouth. See if they can respond. That's what nobody gets up and punches Clemson in the mouth first. My Gamecocks did it a couple years ago. We did. Got up and punched them in the mouth first. If we'd had any semblance of a defense there, we'd have won that game. They know it. I know it. The whole world knows it. And they can sit here all day long and say, well, Brent Venables was just getting ready for Pittsburgh. Yeah, we was getting ready for Alabama. Yeah. Well, if that's true, maybe that strategy worked, but I think it's not. I think he just didn't know how to handle it. But anyway, that's water under the bridge, is what it is. So I hope Miami wins tonight. And my Gamecocks, 12 noon, going on the road to Vanderbilt. Hopefully get to tune in for some of this. Man, I don't know what to think. I'm confident I picked us to cover the spread because that's what it feels like. I mean, it just feels like that's what should happen. But I don't know, man. I don't necessarily know if that is what's going to happen. I got to thinking about it last night. I was laying there just tossing and turning. I had to get up early, and I just couldn't go to bed. I was tossing and turning, thinking about Carolina and everything that we've been through this year so far. And the fan base has really turned on Will Muschamp bad the past 2 weeks. They really have. And his coaching staff, but more so on him, right? Because he's the head coach. Everything falls on his shoulders. They've really come down on him hard. And my thing about it is, guys, I understand that. I really do. But this man has been making boneheaded decisions. This man has been a shitty in-game coach for quite some time now. Quite some time. Many sunrises and sunsets have went by that Will Muschamp has been doo-doo as a head coach at the University of South Carolina Gamecocks. It's just true. I was done with him last year after we lost to North Carolina in Bank of America Stadium. You can sit there and say, well, Carolina jackpot. North Carolina had a good team last year. You know, they was back after last year. Dude, they finished the regular season 6-6. They lost to App State too. They were not that good. We should have beat them. We were ahead of them by almost 2 touchdowns. But you know how I'm not going to rehash that one. It's too painful. I was done with him then. I was damn near about done with him after the bowl game loss to Virginia. But I gave him another chance. I said, I'm going to buy one more ticket and take a ride on that boom bus one more time. I said, I know it's had 4 flat tires in the past, but y'all done patched them up. You patched them up, put some new rims on that sucker, took it out for a test drive. Seems okay. So I'm going to take a ride again. What happens? The ride broke down. Once again, my ride broke down. And it's the same old song and dance. I'm just done with it. So where are you people at this time last year? I mean, you should have jumped on this full force last year. And major cries heard last year, even more so. And I know there were a lot of you who already did. Who did, as well as myself. And for that, I thank you. But there seemed to just be, like 3 times as many this year. The other thing is, why are you just now getting all upset about it? And why? I mean, losing to UNC when you were almost a 2-touchdown favorite, that's a hell of a lot better, or a hell of a lot worse, in my opinion, than going on the road to the number 3 team in the country, hanging with them for 2 quarters, letting them get out in front of you in the third quarter and then battling your way back and having a chance with a competent head coach, as a competent coaching staff who calls competent plays to pull the thing back even. They had that chance with 8 minutes left in that game and the ball. And they blew it. They freaking blew it. You go on a 7-minute drive that produces no points. 7 minutes, no points. Good God. Money, yeah. Just makes me mad when I even think about it. But that's what you want to get mad about. But see, this goes back way deeper than that. At any rate, they covered the number. The final score, it at least looked respectable on paper, right? The game's not played on paper. Won't play paper football. But it looked respectable. And they played well. And their offensive line blocked a lot better. And their running backs, they ran the ball a lot better than they did against Tennessee. And that Tennessee game, that was another one. You had a chance to win it. You could have won it at the end. You could have won it at the end. You'd have had the ball back with a minute left, but, I mean, I don't know why I would even think that if we could have fielded that punt, that we would have been able to do anything with it, because we went on a 7-minute drive that produced 0 points. So why would I think we would go on a 1.5-minute drive that could produce a touchdown? There were some dumb in-game coaching decisions there, too. There were some dumb ones. When you were down 31-24 and it was 4th and 12, you kicked the field goal. I mean, and you went for the low-hanging fruit with the field goal. And I get why you did it, because 4th and 12 is a very, very low percentage play. But, dude, the game was on the line. You were at home. Why not take that first step toward reshaping your image? Why not take that first step and get out of your damn conservative eggshell and have gone for a chance to pick up that first down, which would have probably ultimately led to a touchdown? You had some momentum. You had built some momentum on that drive. You're running it down Tennessee's throat. Well, they stopped you right there. No. Yeah, I mean, those are things that these are minor. And these are minor to me compared to losing to Appalachian State at home. Well, jackpot, they were a good team. They was a good team, though. Yeah, they were. They were. Highest recruit they had was also like a low-level 4-star. They don't recruit on your level. They don't have the Jimmies and the Joes that you have. It didn't matter that night, did it? Losing to North Carolina. Losing by 20 points on the road to a Missouri team that turned around 2 weeks later and lost to fucking Vanderbilt. Blown out at home against the Taters. Can't muster but 3 damn points. Can't muster but 3 points against a team that you put up like 500-something yards passing on the year before. God, Monty. God. Makes me sick. Makes me sick, man. And this one just has a strange feeling to it. I don't know how these players will react, because you know, these guys are on social media. They may not have they may not use their voice on social media. Some of them might not hear anything from them, but they're reading. They be reading. They're absorbing it. They're seeing all that negativity. And people say, well, it should be negative if players see it. I know they do. But I mean, what? Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? You can't. I mean, they know. They have to know. And it's nothing against them, nothing disparaging against these young men. Like I said, I think we've got good players in South Carolina. I think we have some good players. I think we have some really good players. I think we have some outstanding kids. We need to. They just need to be used properly. We need to be used properly and developed. And the college football gods owe them a chance to be developed. at the college level by the best possible coaching staff that we can assemble. Now, I know there's a better coaching staff there that can be assembled somewhere to develop these young men, develop their talents. To mold them, man. The NFL is going to need players. They're always needing players in the NFL, good ones. If you're able to make the cut, you might get drafted. If not, at least make them feel like winners. Make them be winners. For a while, a lot of talk, man. Luke Doty to Carolina Joyner, both freshmen. Well, Carolina sophomore. Changed positions for him. Changed from quarterback to wide receiver for him. Go to the team. Carolina Joyner said he's willing to play whatever position he has to contribute to the team. What's he done? He's contributed 0 because he's been on the field almost 0. And then you hear the coach speak, you hear the Muschamp talk, and he won't even address why he's not out there. And then I hear, which makes sense from one of the radio guys, that, well, neither one of these young men have really have perfected downfield blocking yet when we go to a run-heavy series. So maybe that's why they're not getting a lot of reps out there during the games. Well, why not put them out there on an in-passing down? Which makes me sick. That is a stupid excuse. That's a stupid excuse. How are they? We have one wide receiver on our team who has any type of experience, and a tight end who has any type of. The rest of them, they're all young. So nobody's really got that much more experience than the other. Tell me they can't run block. Get out of here with that shit. It's just some more garbage. But anyway, the game has a strange feel to me. Just wrapping it all up, just summing things up. And I picked us to cover the spread. It would not surprise me in the least to see the team come out flat today. It wouldn't surprise me to see them flatline. We've beaten Vanderbilt 11 years in a row. Eventually you're going to lose to them. At some point in time. If they lose to this Vanderbilt team, man, I'm telling you, I'm done. I am 100% done. It's over with. Okay? It is over with. Because this one, they're starting a true freshman quarterback. He's thrown twice as many interceptions as he has touchdowns. They have no running game. They have nothing on the offensive side of the ball. Nothing. They look worse than we did last year on offense. Defensively, I think they okay. They have a lot of starters returning, but once again, when you can't generate any points or sustain any kind of drive, it's not going to matter. So that's really about what I think about that, about these two big games today. I'm going to be rooting hard for Miami to come out on top and take care of business tonight. Do I think that it's probably going to happen? No, I don't. I think it's way more likely that they get blown out than it is that they win or even keep it a one-score game. But I do like them to keep it under 2 touchdowns. But if they don't, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, Taters get up for these types of games. They just do, unfortunately. And my Gamecocks, I mean, I don't know, man. I've been feeling bad, and just kind of worried about what's going to happen tonight, or this afternoon, or this early afternoon. But anyway, y'all pull from the Gamecocks today. Keep in your thoughts and prayers. I'll see y'all later on today. Appreciate it. Oh, we went over 8,000 subs overnight, by the way. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that a lot. I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm out. Go Gamecocks. Fire boom.